Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Quinlan. If you did not know that, and excuse the new setup for today, obviously I went through surgery, and that's basically what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm just going to talk about what actually happened. Obviously I gave a surgery review talking about what was going to happen, but I didn't know exactly what was going to happen, and obviously things change. So, basically what happened was,
rev up those fryers, cause I am sure hungry for one.
I was supposed to go for surgery at 8 a.m. on Wednesday, the 2nd of December, I believe it is. I basically went to the hospital at 6 a.m., checking in, getting ready for my surgery at 8 a.m., and God decided to test me. He moved my surgery from the Monday to the Wednesday just to test me.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
We got to the hospital reception, and there was this person who's obviously physically not all there, mentally not all there, got some sort of problem with them, bless their soul, but they were just sitting there in a wheelchair, disabled and stuff, and they were just making a noise, just making this like really loud noise, like the whole time, really loud, trust me, like it was annoying, and they were doing it a lot. And the people around them, obviously this probably happens a lot, so they didn't really intervene or anything. They tried to massage them or something, sort of worked for a little bit. And besides that, there was this poor woman who was going for surgery in like an hour, and she needed to get paperwork done or whatnot. And she needed like confirmation of something or proof of something. And this person that she was speaking to just wasn't giving it to her. And what's funny is that she had to like tell the person what her email was, but this person obviously wasn't fluent in English, so she had to spell out the email address.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
And it took like 5 or 6 tries, like A for apple, B for banana, N for...
What did you say?
Well, that's what she couldn't get a word for N. I was like, come on, man. And then my mom's like, November. And I'm there like, please, mom. Please just don't intervene. I don't care if you're trying to help. Like, please, mom. N for Nancy. And yeah, it was something else. Yeah, I mean, that poor woman was so calm. She was like a daycare helper or like a preschool teacher. You know, they have that level of patience. Just there spelling out the email. And what's funny is that the person...
Boring.
After they got the email, they, basically said it back to her, and they said it back to her wrong, and I was like, oh my god, here we go again. And what's funny is that in the freaking email, it was like the hospital email, so it's like healthcare.com or something, or healthcare.co.za, and this person doesn't know how to spell healthcare, so she's out here, H for helicopter, E for Ellie, A for... And it was just a horrible cycle. That alongside this poor person making a loud noise, with me stressing about my leg and foot gonna get butchered up, like it was not very nice. So eventually I went to my ward, and when I got to the ward, I was put in a bed obviously, and I dressed up in the clothes that I was gonna go for surgery for. And the doctor comes and he's like, oh, I have good news and bad news. So I'm like, okay. He's like, okay, the good news is you're fit and healthy and you're young. The bad news is you're last on the list.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
So I looked at him, and in the back of my head I was like, there's no good news. You could have just said I was last on the list. You didn't have to say you're young and healthy. Just say I'm last on the list. You know, I don't give a shit. I'm young and healthy. I'm last on the list. I'm gonna be waiting for a while. There are like 3 other people who he needs to do.
It gave me such a massive head start.
And this guy doesn't do small surgeries. Man, this does big surgeries, innit? Cutting, grinding, all of that shit. Bones and everything. So I knew I was gonna wait for a little while. I get prepared at 9. So now I'm thinking, where? I'm about to go for surgery in the next couple of hours. At 9 o'clock they come, they ask me questions, they put the red stuff on my legs so that it's clean when it's getting butchered up, and you know, all of these things prepping me. And then I'm sitting there, I'm like, bruh, why is it taking so long?
I mean...
I've been here for a couple of hours now. It's like going on to 10 o'clock. Then they basically take my phone and my glasses and they put it in a locker so that it doesn't get stolen while I'm in theater. And now I'm sitting here at like 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, 3 hours after when I'm supposed to go for surgery. I can't tell my mom what's going on. My mom can't visit me because of COVID restrictions. So I'm just sitting here bored as I was just sitting there bored as looking at these old people around me thinking, what the hell, stressing for my surgery. But it got to the point where I waited so long, I was like, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Eventually, I transfer wards because they're putting people that are all going to stay overnight into one ward, and I wait there till 2 o'clock, and then I go for surgery.
Tough time never lasts. Only tough people last.
But before I go for surgery, when I get to this new ward, there's these 3 guys, right? And there's this one guy who's in there, and Mans is like, yo, it's hot. Yo, it's hot. When the male nurse comes in, yo, it's hot. Yo. Please turn on the aircon. So this guy's like, oh wait, I'm gonna turn on the aircon. He goes to the aircon, tries to turn it on, and it's not working. And this guy the whole time, yo, I'm sweating. Yo, it's hot. Yo. I'm sitting here like, what the fuck is this guy doing, bro? Like, what are you doing? Like, he's trying. Then he's like, oh wait, I'm gonna go check the main circuit board. There's usually a problem there. I'm gonna fix the aircon, come back. The male nurse leaves. Then this guy's fine all of a sudden. He stops doing this, yo, it's hot, I'm sweating, he just goes quiet.
Let me tell you something, sweetheart. I don't know how y'all do shit where you from, but let me tell you something. Where I'm from, we don't do shit like that.
Mans is a fucking actor. Angelica Jolie. Give this man a Grammy, man. What the flip? What the heck? I don't know what Mans was on. Mans was maybe on some high drugs, but Mans was, I don't know, playing this man, manipulating this poor man. Just trying to fix the damn aircon. But anyway, so eventually I go to theater and I get to the theater rooms, just outside the theater rooms, and I'm waiting there. And a lady comes up to me and she asks me about allergies and all of this stuff before I go into theater. They just double checking my paperwork. And then they tell me, nah, you're gonna have to wait for another surgery because this person's got a trauma on their shoulder or something.
Why are you crying?
And then eventually, they're like, nah, you're actually gonna go in now. So these people have been messing with me and my feelings for so long. It has been 8 hours. I've been sitting there from 6 in the morning till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's been 8 hours. I haven't had anything to drink. I haven't had anything to eat since last night. The last time I drank something was 11 o'clock at night. So it's been 1, 12, 13, like 40, like 15 hours or something. 15 hours since I drank something. So I'm sitting here.
I'm here, and here. That is stage 12 of enough. Is enough. Please. Come on, man.
I'm stressed. I'm dehydrated. But I'm like, it is what it is, man.
It is what it is.
But before I get into the surgery room, the anesthetist comes in. And yo, this lady's pretty, bruh. So I'm like, oh wait. So anyway, she comes up to me and she's like, if it's okay with you, what I'm planning on doing is basically, I'm gonna inject some stuff into your spine that is going to make your legs numb so that after the surgery you're gonna have no pain. And I'm sitting here like, why you making it as if I have a choice? Of course I'm gonna have to say, yeah, whatever. You're the anesthetist, you know better. Like, if it's okay, like, what do you mean? It's not okay with me. In my spine. I knew it was over. I've already got four bangles. 4 bangles around my arm because that's how much shit they're gonna do to my leg. Now you're gonna inject into my spine?
Yeah, Jesus, God me, help me.
I didn't sign up for this. I was like, oh wait, they're just gonna put a drip in, gonna put me to sleep, I'm gonna wake up, it's gonna be fine. Nah, fam. No, rotted, fam. Get into the theater room. Lying down. They first put the drip in and that shit was sore, bro, because they putting that shit in your vein. Deep. This thing goes deep, bro. But it's good that they put it in properly. Okay, so anyway, they basically tell me to sit up Then they start cleaning my back. Right now, this room is cold, bruh, so my legs start shaking, and I know what's about to happen. So this lady's like, okay, I'm gonna inject local anesthetic into your back, which is going to numb it a bit, so that when she puts the needles that are going into my spinal column, it's not gonna be that sore.
That's cap! That's cap! What is cap? What is cap? What is cap?
So she puts the local anesthetic in, bruh. But I don't think she put the whole needle in or all the local anesthetic in. So it was freaking sore. Freaking sore, and that shit burns. If you've ever had local anesthetic, that shit burns. So anyway, it's burning my back, and bro, I'm in pain now. Anyway, now they start putting the needles in for the spine, my guy.
Oh, boo-hoo! Let me play a sad song for you on the world's smallest violin.
This is serious.
I know. This really is the world's smallest violin. See?
I'm telling you, if you have a pain bucket list, that is something you don't want to go through, my guy. They put this shit in my spine, bruh. I feel this shit. And the thing is, she doesn't inject me once, bruh. She injects me like 3-4 times, my guy. 3-4 times. Let me stop. But I was a man. Big man, innit? I sat there, bruh. They put that shit in, bro. Start scrunching my face. But I have the mask on. My mask on for COVID or whatnot. I'm gonna obviously take it off because I'm gonna put oxygen on. But it was just to hide my pain, my guy. So I had the mask on. And there's another assisting nurse who's also pretty, bro. She's pretty, bro.
I'm in the trenches, relax. Can you not pet that little boy in the club? Cause we do not listen to.
Anyway, she's rubbing my shoulder, bruh. And they're putting, I'm saying bruh a lot, bruh. So they're putting the needles in, and I'm going through pain the most, my guy. But I'm just scrunching my face, and she knows it hurts. That's why she's rubbing my shoulder. I didn't cry. I didn't scream. Didn't make no noise. My legs were shaking, but they thought it was because it was cold. And I was like, oh yeah, excuses. Anything so that they don't think I'm in that much pain.
Whoa, let me kill him with the flow. Sniff another quarter ounce of blow. Put a nigga nose cause the motherfuckers already be knowing them.
My legs were shaking because it was freaking sore. But it was also cold. And I don't know, when you're nervous and stuff, like you just start shaking in certain areas. And for me, it was my legs. Put me down. They then obviously put me to sleep, and then I woke up. And I was pretty high on drugs and stuff. After the surgery, and I was chilling. Dude. Sir Savage. The 21st. And then I was taking pain meds every couple of hours, cause the surgery is 4 hours long. So I went in there at 2, and I remember waking up at 7 or 6. So it's 4, almost 5 hours, because they need to cut. What was the surgery cutting time? I think it's 2.5 hours. And then there's obviously when you getting put anesthetics in, and then afterwards you have to wait a little bit, plus you need to be transferred, and then you have to wake up, and all of these other things. So yeah, but I remember I was so high and stuff, the nurses took me from the theater rooms to my room, and there was this one lady who smelled really good. So I was like, damn, you smelling fresh. Damn, how you smelling so fresh? And I knew at the back of my mind that I was being a bit weird, but I was so high, I was just like, yo, this lady's smelling good, man. So anyway, get back, and I'm taking pills at 8, 10, 12, and I was supposed to take pills at 2, and the lady never came.
What the frick are you guys doing?
So I was like, okay, let me just stay awake till 2, because I don't want it to wake me up at 2 and then have to take the pills and then have to go back to sleep. That's not gonna happen. But I can't sleep because these 2 old ass motherfrickers are snoring. What the hell, my guy? And the one guy's talking to himself. He's out here like, huh? What? I'm thinking like, what's going on? Who are you speaking to, my guy? Man's just hearing voices in his head like Randy Orton.
I hear voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me.
So to basically wrap up this story, just before I got discharged, there was this guy who was in our ward, and this guy was pretty old, and he's a bit weird. He's making fart jokes. I hate that sort of stuff, so I was just like, okay. But he's walking around, he's talking about exercise and stuff, because he's got this stuff on his leg. He's got that, like, have you ever seen that, like, black thing that goes around, that, like, supports the leg? But anyways, like, it goes up so high, but this guy starts lifting up his hospital gown, showing me how high it's going, and I see this man's balls. Now listen here, okay? I've been through a lot. I waited, I was super hungry and stuff, and I couldn't eat for a while because the tubes were in my mouth, so it was a bit sore, the throat, and, you know, the pain and all of this stuff, but I didn't need to see man's balls. Just wasn't it. So anyway, I've come home. It's been a couple weeks after the surgery. No, 10 days, 11 days. And I'm feeling okay. And I've been procrastinating this video. I am sorry. Sorry. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. It was entertaining in some way, shape or form. But yeah, much love and
Things that turn disabled people on to the max. Part 1. Walking.